Runners from the Capital Region take part in this prestigious marathon every year, and many were here that day, the day of the bombings 10 years ago. I spoke with a runner who captured on camera the moment the first bomb went off. She was just 11 seconds away from the finish line. Her video went viral, and now 10 years later, she is speaking only to News Channel 13 about the impact that day continues to have.
So this is the Athletes Village for the Boston Marathon.
In this never-before-seen video, Jennifer Treacy shares how the morning started the day of the Boston Marathon in 2013.
Runners, just be patient. We got plenty of time.
Starting line before.
The runner from Malta shows the joy, the excitement.
We're at Heartbreak Hill. Bring it on, baby.
The cheers.
This is the halfway mark.
You had just purchased that GoPro two days prior to the marathon, decided you wanted to document along the way.
$15, it's a little generic GoPro. Why don't I carry it during the race and just do like a little video log every few miles?
She passed by her family at mile 22.
You're the best.
Hugging her husband, Doug, her two children, Morgan and Colin, 15 and 13 at the time. The plan was to next see them at the finish line. Then the final push.
Filming the crowd, and I turned into Boylston Street, and I turned the camera to myself.
I can see the finish line.
And I turned it to the finish line, and that's when the first bomb exploded.
Did you even realize what had happened in that moment?
No, not really. I mean, I heard the huge shake, the huge explosion and screaming. A second later, kind of processed, oh my God, this is bad. Some sort of explosion happened. People are running towards me and screaming.
And where did you go in that moment?
My first instinct was to seek shelter. So I have no memory of this, of getting from the road where I was running to inside of the lobby of a building.
Did you hear the second bomb go off?
I did hear the second bomb go off, and the shrapnel blew right up to where we were.
Horrible bomb just went off at the finish line.
She immediately called her husband.
And it took 4 tries before they answered. And my husband answered, and I was just like, oh my God, thank God.
Her family was supposed to be at the finish line.
And they were taking the train to meet me at the finish line.
And they got delayed.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming because they could have been there.
Yeah, they were supposed to be there.
And they were stuck.
They were stuck.
Thank God they were stuck.
Thank God.
Do you remember that conversation with Doug?
Yes, I do. I said, Doug, get off the train. Get off now. There's been a bomb.
They made a plan to meet at an intersection away from all of the chaos.
The feeling when you first saw each other and you saw they're okay, they saw you're okay, that must
oh my God,
live in your mind.
That was unbelievable. It was totally surreal. I just I grabbed both of my kids' hands, and yeah, it was rough. It was rough because I felt like I put them in harm's way. You know, they were here. They were there to watch me, you know.
So many families here today doing the same thing, connecting by taking the train, linking up in whatever way they can, just as Jennifer was describing. She continued to run. We'll talk about her redemption run after the bombings and also what kept her just 11 seconds away. What kept her back that day? We'll talk about that as well. That's coming up live at 5. Right now, our conversation continues with Jennifer Treacy. She was just 11 seconds away from the finish line. Why she says she needed to come back here the next year and what she feels kept her just seconds away that day.
I can see the finish line.
And I turned it to the finish line, and that's when the first bomb exploded. My first instinct was, where is my family? Because they were supposed to be at the finish line.
In the minutes after the explosions, Jennifer Treacy scrambled to find her husband and children.
They were on the train. They were on the T train. They saw me at mile 22, and they were taking the train to meet me at the finish line.
And they got delayed.
Yeah.
They managed to safely leave the city, but the terrifying scene stayed with her.
We tend to revisit these major events on these milestone anniversaries, right? 10 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
But for people who were there, it's something that's always there. Some random thing may just make it pop into your head, right?
With me, it's sounds. You know, it's the sounds of a marathon. There's something about that sound that just, you know, should be a happy sound, you know, but to me, it just kind of gives me, you know, shivers.
Takes you back there.
Yeah, I don't really let myself think back, you know, much to that day. I kind of keep it all compartmentalized. I keep all my, you know, Boston bombing memories in a box in my closet, and I only let myself kind of go there and really think about it on rare occasions.
So these are all your marathon medals, but
the runner from Malta showed us some of what's kept inside that box. Newspaper clippings, magazines, the medal from the marathon she ran just weeks later.
And 6 weeks after the bombings, that was Vermont City.
And her medals from Boston, 2013.
Even though I didn't technically finish.
And then the following year.
This is 2014?
Yes.
Her redemption run.
A year later, when you went back to Boston,
yeah,
you completed it. What was that feeling when you crossed that finish line in 2014?
So that really felt celebratory to me. It was a celebration. It was kind of closure. I felt like, you know, myself, as well as I felt like the whole atmosphere at the race and through the city of Boston was, you know, good is going to overtake bad, and we are here, we are strong, you know, we don't bow down to terrorism.
Thinking back to 2013, she has wondered what kept her just seconds away.
You were 11 seconds away. So what happened along the way that kept you back?
Enjoy it.
She connected with a running buddy along the way, and they both stopped to quickly use the restroom, something she says she rarely does while running.
I don't know. I mean, maybe that was my guardian angel. I don't know. I think we had a couple that day.
Hope and strength, that is the overall feeling here today as we mark 10 years. And I want to show you one image that is so symbolic for the Boston Marathon. You can see all of those volunteers there with the same jackets, red and blue. The backs of the jackets all have that symbol, the unicorn symbol. That's a symbol of a mythical creature trying to pursue and chase after, and you keep going and going after it. So that kind of embodies the overall feeling here today on this anniversary.